ODM party has fronted the Suna East Member of Parliament, Junet Mohammed, as a key replacement to Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki. And of course, that makes me beg the question, why is ODM so much entitled to lucrative positions to the Kenya Kwanza government? In fact, their appetite to lucrative positions in this Kenya Kwanza regime is tantamount to a side chick to whom wants to become the main chick. And in fact, it is better for a side chick simply because chick is always dispensable at any given particular time, unlike for the ODM members to whom would have been infiltrated into government. It will be next to impossible for them or for President William Samoei Ruto to dispense them if at all there comes any misunderstanding with their party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember, in Raila's own words, he did stand in a podium and tell Kenyans that he had not joined President Ruto's government, but he'd rather helped Ruto with some experts to help him drive Kenya's economy forward. So, up to the time of this broadcast, now that he was allocated 4 slots, then he is now demanding the position of the CS docket. Then he went further, demanding the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly, and he went further, demanding for the position of the leader of the majority in the National Assembly. Should Kenyans begin to have some trust deficit to the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, simply because day in, day out, he's been very consistent in getting into government. With this trajectory that he's shown Kenyans that he is slowly getting into government, not with the same trajectory, come next year, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga will be the head, or he will be the one leading or heading the Kenya Kwanza administration, simply because he is very strategic due to the fact that he's been very constant in taking all the very critical dockets of the government. Let's imagine, for example, in the near future, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga succeeds in taking over the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly, then goes a notch higher of succeeding to take over the position of the leader of the majority in the same National Assembly. Then, by God's grace, he succeeds in taking over the position of the CS Interior. Then, God forbid, if by any chance he develops an ill sinister motive against President William Samoei Ruto, I kid you not, he will have higher chances of impeaching President Ruto, in the context that he, the Right Honorable, will be in full control of the entire government. And the entire government, look at the kind of critical positions that he's been very strategic in giving his ODM members, right from the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly, then the leader of the majority of the National Assembly, and the Interior docket. It will be very much easier for him to orchestrate any ill sinister motive against President William Samoei Ruto. But all said and done, we, the common men or the common citizens, don't see the need of having elections in each and every 5 years, simply because right after the elections, both the winner and the loser meet somewhere on a round table so that they can sign some memorandum of understanding so that they can share government. Then why will there be the need to conduct or spend billions to fund an election? And in fact, I did forget to tell you that these MOUs are usually pacts that are signed by the status quo so that they can help them loot the public coffers. And it is just barely less than 2 weeks ago that the former DP did state that the Kenya Kwanza government is a theater of absurd, and in his context, that is exactly what is transpiring to the common man, simply because President William Samoei Ruto seems to have left the government for the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to run, but he only wants to receive the accolades as president. And of course, that is exactly what the former DP was against. For the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to win this match, he had to first weaken the Kenya Kwanza government. And how did he orchestrate such a strategy? It is simply by kicking out the former DP Rigathi Gachagua, simply because all this what Kenyans are currently witnessing wouldn't have materialized if at all the former DP was still in government. And his basis of argument would be, this is a government of shareholders, and of course you wouldn't win anything. It was specifically for those who had voted for it. Of course, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga never contributed anything into this government, so he wouldn't win as much as he's winning currently, because the former DP was against the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga getting into government, for he knows the damages that he was going to come along with. And however, all said and done, how I wish that President William Samoei Ruto, if at all he is to replace the former CS Interior, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, he should not select any member of ODM, but rather uplift the current PS Interior, Raymond Omolo, simply because times above numbers, technocrats have always performed more than politicians will do. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, you can as well consider hitting on the subscribe button if you have not. Thank you, and may God bless you.